Guys, I just got a package from DHL and I'm so excited what's in this box. I haven't been this excited for an unboxing or a new package in a long time. Let me show what it is. Open the stairwells because I was so excited. Guys, so as I'm sure you know, I've been learning Ukrainian and also Russian for the last 2 years because I live here in Kyiv and it's hard to communicate. I've tried things like Google Translate and it just doesn't really work when I'm walking around on the street to try to talk to someone. And obviously I can't just take out a book and be like, can I, I need to buy blah, 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 like look through here, but like, okay, I need this, So I found out about these. This is called a Timekettle Translator earbud. The way it's supposed to work, you put them in and it's supposed to live translate to have a normal conversation. So let's see how it works. Okay, guys, I'm normally not an unboxing kind of person, but this is actually exciting for me. I swear. They sent me these, but it's something I really wanted to buy. So here we go. Timekettle fish card times 30. It's cute. I don't know what this does. Let's find out. Here's the case. Here's the case. Kind of reminds me of like a Apple AirPods Pro case or something, which isn't a bad thing. Here we go. I wonder if I have to charge it before I put it in. So far, they're similar to like AirPods version 1, and it's a USB-C charger, which is always convenient. Comes in the wingtips and a USB-C charger. Oh, and a little additional earbud, like little silicone earbud things to make it more comfortable, I guess. All right, so far here's everything in the package, and I'm excited to try this out. What's really cool is they have these like magnets that snap them in. So here we are inside the app. I'm using my iPhone for this. It's really important to choose the correct one. Mine is the WT2 Edge W3. And I'm trying it with Simu mode first off. So you can choose the different languages. And right away you can see it's designed for you to sit across from the other person, which is a really cool design. I can't wait to use this with someone, but for now I'm just trying it on my own. I'm speaking Russian on one side and then English on the other, and it's surprisingly working really well. I should have filmed it with like another camera or something, but I tried it out just by myself. Turns out you keep one earbud for yourself and you give the other earbud to the other person. And so it's not for like a quick translation, it's to like have a conversation or something. And then these fish bucks, I was wondering what the hell it was for, but basically it's so you can download offline translations. Everything else, you don't need it for, like the active one, but if you want to download online, for some reason, you need these, but it came with it anyways. Guys, I'm charging this up. I'm gonna go outside. I'm so excited to try this. And the best thing is, I just carried this in my pocket, so I don't need any of that. So I have the app on my phone, and I just have this little tiny thing, which is the earbuds. All right, guys, I am on the street now. I'll try it out. Let's see how it works. I don't know how well this is gonna work, but I'm hoping it'll work well, because living here and not being able to speak the language properly, it's really difficult to have a conversation. And tonight I'm actually going on a date with a girl who doesn't speak a word of English. So if this Timekettle could help us actually have a conversation, I'm gonna be really impressed. Let's try it. Unfortunately, I use my phone to film, and I need the app to work, so I gotta figure out another way. But let me just try it first. I got a little time. I guess I could just stop someone on the street and ask them to try it with me. It feels a bit awkward. Let me go in here. I know one of the waiters. Let's see if he's busy. Hello. I'm gonna ask this girl at the coffee shop. You have 1 minute? I want to ask you something. So she was nice enough to agree to test it with me. Unfortunately, it didn't capture the audio when I recorded it on my iPhone, but basically, she spoke in Russian, I spoke in English. We were facing each other, and actually, the translation went really well. Like I've went to this coffee shop almost every other day for a month now, so I've met her many times, but she doesn't speak any English. So it was actually really cool to be able to have a live conversation, ask things like, what did you eat today? How's work? What did you do over the weekend? And actually have like a pretty deep conversation, or like at least a long conversation, if that makes sense. And it was the first time I actually really got to know this person, versus just saying coffee, spasibo, coffee, diakuyu, So we tried it out, actually worked pretty good, and I asked if it works better than Google Translate, and she says, yeah, actually it works well. Guys, the first test, I had a pretty short conversation with the barista, and it's good, yeah?
Yes.
Surprisingly, I think so far it works better than Google Translate. But now that was in Russian, which should be easier. Now let's try it in Ukrainian because I think it'll be very difficult. Давайте українською можна. Let's try, guys. So if you look at the top, that's actually the Ukrainian language, and on the bottom where I'm facing would be English. So imagine my phone is actually on the countertop, and we're facing each other very naturally. That's why it shows in the two directions. And that way you don't have to, awkwardly stand side by side and share the phone to be able to look at it. In fact, you actually don't even have to look at it at all because it live translates. It actually reads you the text in natural voice in your earbud. So as long as you talk naturally and pause for it to translate, actually you can have a conversation without even looking at the phone. But I do think it's actually really cool that it faces the right person. So like for example, in this situation, she's behind the counter and I'm on the other side. So it actually wouldn't be possible for us to sit side by side. So I asked her to tell me a story about her family and what her family's like. I asked where she was traveling from, and she was in Prague, Czech Republic. She has a younger sister and a brother. I asked about their relationship, and she even tells me a funny story regarding her younger brother. Overall, it worked really well. It works. Дякую. Guys, so actually it's funny. We took it off, and I was trying to say to her like, "Oh, that actually worked really well. I'm surprised how cool it was." And then she started saying something, and I couldn't understand it. So we put it back on actually, just to have a conversation about how well it worked. So I'm actually really surprised that it worked actually in not only in Russian but also in Ukrainian, which is a really hard language to translate. And Google Translate does a really bad job with it. And actually, just out of curiosity, I'm going to use the Google Translate app right now to see how it compares. But I already know it doesn't work as well because I've tried using it 1,000 times in the past and it just didn't work good. Let's try now with Google Translate and see if it works.
Гаразд, давайте поговоримо нормально і подивимося, як це працює.
So here we are using Google Translate. As you can see, the screen only shows on one direction. That way you have to kind of show it back and forth, and the person kind of has a hard time reading it. And it's much slower as well, if you noticed. It's not as natural of a conversation. I mean, it does work if you speak very slowly, but it's not a natural conversation.
Good. How are you? Я також думаю, що погода була не дуже гарна.
Thank you very much for an interesting conversation. I will see you again.
Goodbye.
Bye-bye. Guys, I'm going to figure out a way to record the conversation because it was really interesting. And I tried it with Google Translate after using this, and it was a bit clunky. I don't know if you guys have ever used it. It's like it'll sometimes work great, and then sometimes you're pressing like the button, like it's not a natural conversation, if that makes sense. With Google Translate, you have to start and stop it after every sentence. But with Timekettle, you can keep just talking. Like, yeah, you have to have like a natural pause in your speech and maybe talk a little bit clearer or slower than you would normally, especially if you talk really quickly like some people do. But at least you don't have to physically press a button like with Google. With Timekettle, you can literally just keep talking and you never have to touch the phone. And another big benefit you probably already noticed, because I'll share this screen recording, is the fact that you don't need to turn the phone back and forth to see what each other's talking about, or you don't have to sit side by side. You can be across from each other, which is more natural, like when you're sitting across at a table, or in this case, she's behind the counter as a barista. And I think in a lot more situations, you'll be across from each other that have to be side by side, especially with, with a stranger. So I think it's pretty cool, guys. I like it. I'm gonna try it a little bit more, hopefully on this date tonight. Here's some soy sauce for my hot date. We got the California. You're not supposed to talk. I'm supposed to pretend you're a hot date.
Smash novo.
Smash novo. Johnny, Krasiva Johnny.
Krasiva Johnny.
Yeah.
Krasavchik.
Krasavchik. We have this shrimp tempura roll and California roll, which is actually covered in a salad. Anyways, here's some tea. Enjoy. Gambe.
Gambe. Did I have you?
Almost. Good morning.
Good morning.
So, somebody sent me these translation earbuds. She speaks good English, but not perfect. So,
Yes, true.
so we will try it right now. Let's try. I just woke up too, so. But you look better. Okay, so I will try it. I need to open application.
Maybe first you only show me, but no with camera.
I will edit.
I don't know. I know, but I never before see this,
It's
and I
it's
don't know
better.
how work it.
Yeah, I want it to be reaction, like first time reaction. Okay, so take one, right?
And you talking me, and I listen you like Russian.
Yeah, we can try first. Let's try with Russian. Okay, let's try. Okay, so this is a translation earbud that is supposed to live translate the talk after 1 second.
So nice. Super.
Yeah.
Yeah. Very good.
So without looking at the screen,
Don't look, only listen.
it's working.
Yes, yes. Very good work.
Wow.
Don't see in an iPad. iPad name? Yes.
Uh-huh.
And I only see you,
Uh-huh.
and I listen here.
And
Maybe 10 seconds. You talking and 10 seconds.
wow. And it's saying it in Russian, yes?
Yeah.
Let's try it this way. I will speak in English and you speak in Russian,
Yes.
and I will see if we can have a conversation.
Okay.
Давайте по-русски.
What we need say?
Tell me something like, tell me about your family.
My family. My family is.
In Russian.
Самое главное в моей семье это моя дочь.
Tell me about your daughter's personality.
Сейчас подумаю, с чего начать. Она очень ответственная. Хорошо занималась в колледже. Прекрасная девочка. Она моя дочь, и этим все сказано. Она самая лучшая.
Oh, it's nice to hear.
It's very good?
Yes, because I've known you now for almost 1 year, and I know you have a daughter, but I was never able to understand something more about your family, and it's nice to hear you speak about her.
Ага. Поняла.
But is she funny? Is she quiet? What is her personality like?
Нет, она очень веселая. Она душа компании, потому что вместе собираются, как все студенты. У них есть такая небольшая группа. Они вместе отдыхают. Когда было учебное время, они вместе занимались. Ну, как бы очень все дружно и хорошо. И, ну, не знаю, сейчас у нее будет новая компания, потому что поступает в университет. Будут новые друзья.
That's good. It's nice that she has a good group of friends. I miss my childhood friends from America. Okay, very cool. See, actually, for fun.
Yeah, so nice.
Yes.
5 or 10 seconds, a little bit like later. But very good. Don't see here,
Yeah.
only see you,
Yes.
and I listen.
It's very natural, but also I like that you see.
Talking.
Yeah. So.
We talking, and this is right.
Yes, and it's what's nice is it's this direction and this direction. So if we wanted to put it in front of us and read it, we don't need to share the screen. You can see your side, and then I can see my side, which is nice. Yeah, it's very cool.
Yeah, very good.
I think they have some different mode too. Actually, just for fun. I don't know how good my Chinese is, guys, but I'll see if you can understand me. 好的，我们现在可以试试看，你可不可以听得懂我的国语，然后你的乌克兰话。
Okay.
Can you say something in Ukrainian?
Давай спробуємо бути українцями.
Oh, let's try to be Ukrainians. Nice. I think today we are Ukrainian. We eat a lot of Ukrainian food. What is your favorite Ukrainian food?
Борщ.
And tell me how to make borscht in Ukrainian.
Як робити борщ?
Mm-hmm.
It's question.
Uh-huh.
Як робити борщ?
Yeah. Oh, yes. How to make borscht is a question, yes. What ingredients?
Ingredients, you like it pork or maybe beef? Or chicken?
Maybe can you say it in Ukrainian?
Ти любиш їсти борщ з свининою, з телятиною чи з курятиною?
I like it's traditionally, I think, with beef, but I have tried all three, and I like all three. As long as it's not vegan.
No. Ні. В борщі повинно бути м'ясо.
Yeah, borscht should have meat. Okay, it worked. Дякую.
На здоров'я. It's very nice.
Yeah, it's cool, right?
Yeah.
It's like interesting to use it like
I
this
know
way.
only like Google Translate you say in a phone,
Yeah.
and then you listen or maybe show
Yes.
for talking people.
But do you think this feels more natural to use this?
Yeah. And you see.
Yeah, and you can talk. You can see each other.
Yeah.
Yeah, because with like some other one, if this is a phone, I'm looking here. You look here.
Yeah. And this very fast.
You think it's fast enough? You think?
Yeah, good.
It's cool. It's still pretty new, but I think it works pretty good. So I'm happy.
It's you offer for your friend?
No, they sent it to me. It's just company, Timekettle. So we will try it. Okay.
Nice, very good.
Thank you very much. Yeah,
Thank you so much.
So perfect, guys. There you have it. We tried out the new Timekettle earbuds in the Simu mode. There's actually a few more modes that I can show you guys right now. So that was the live translate mode. One tip, make sure you select the right one. Because if it doesn't connect, that means you selected the wrong one. And I had a little problem with that for a while, but customer support helped me with it. So there's a listening mode as well, where you can actually just put in the earbuds and just start listening. I think with this mode, it would be helpful if I'm out somewhere in public and I need to listen to something live, maybe like a live speech or something. But let's actually try it now with watching a YouTube video that doesn't have subtitles. I've always wanted to watch one of these shows, but because I can't understand Ukrainian and a lot of them don't have English subtitles, I'm stuck, but maybe this will work. Oh, wow. It actually worked. I wish you guys could hear this. But they said, I never said it's picturesque, it's a beautiful place. Well, he had a great goal to deter, to collect the Polski. I've actually been here, and now I can actually understand the history of it. It's cool. This is art of the 90s. It is something new, but it fits really well into the current music. Wow. Guys, I don't know if I would actually watch a YouTube video with these in, but it actually works. So if I needed to, if I really needed to understand what's happening and there's no other way to translate it, it actually works. I'm surprisingly well. And this is something that I've never been able to use, or I'll never actually use with some other translation device, because this is really natural. I can literally just leave it in my ear, and a few seconds later I hear it. So there's it's pretty live. Obviously there's going to be, it's not instant, but it's good enough but you can hear the actual translation in real time. It's cool. So you can ignore the parts where I was speaking, but this was them. The most picturesque, the most beautiful, and top it off, the story is cool. Now I understand there was a huge port there. How cool is that? All right, now I'm curious what the other settings are. So we tried the Simu mode, which is good when you're talking to someone. And it's cool, you can actually sit across from each other and have a conversation. And not have to be side by side and pass back forth a dictionary or phone or something. The listening mode was really cool. Let's see how the speaker mode works. All right, so let's see. So the speaker mode, let's see if I speak in English, if it can translate and how it works. Testing 1, 2, 3, testing 1, 2, 3.
123 тестування, 1-2, 3.
Hello guys, I'm here in front of you today speaking the best Ukrainian you've ever heard in your life.
Привіт, хлопці. Я сьогодні перед вами розмовляю найкращою українською мовою, яку ви коли-небудь чули у своєму житті.
Oh my god, I can't believe that actually works.
Боже мій, я прийшов, що насправді
And
працює.
it's actually working very well too. I'm really surprised.
Насправді.
This is actually something I can use in front of a live audience. If I needed to give a speech or something and people needed to hear.
Мені потрібно подумати про живу аудиторію.
Wow.
Ого.
Let's see how it sounds in Russian as well. Dear Russian people, please tell your politicians that we want peace in the world.
Ваші політики, Что мы хотим мира во всем мире?
Oh my god. Elena, I have found my favorite mode ever. I think it will blow your mind.
Ага.
Елена, я нашла свой любимый режим. Я думаю, это взорвет ваш мозг.
It's cool, right?
Yeah,
I
very
feel
nice.
like I can walk around Kyiv and just start talking to people and hold this.
Yeah, the best.
Это круто, правда. Я чувствую, что могу ходить вокруг ключей и просто начинать разговаривать с людьми.
And
Я держу
it's
это.
correct, yes?
Yeah, yeah.
Wow, it's so cool. It's so cool.
Very
Yeah.
Это верно. Да.
Oh my god. Okay, I like this.
Ух ты. Это так здорово. Это так здорово.
Okay, and the last mode I'm gonna try is called touch mode. Actually, I'm not sure what this one is, but let's try it. Experience now. Okay, so if I start speaking in English, let's see what happens. Ah, okay. Okay, so this mode goes into the headphone. So this person will be using this earbud, and then if I want to speak, I would touch it. This is kind of more like the traditional apps like you would use with like Google Translate or something, which I guess once in a while you want to have, you to slow it down and say, now it's my turn to talk, now it's my turn to talk. But that simulation mode is way better. So, you know what? This touch mode seems so like old school now compared to the live translate and then listen mode. Сейчас я говорить по-русски не очень хорошо, но можно могу. And when I use this headphone, or if I was a different person, I can hear it translated to Russian. It actually works really well. It just, you have to manually go back and forth. So with all these different modes, all 4 modes, I would say this one is definitely going to be the most useful when you have 2 people. But this speaker mode is definitely my favorite, guys. Actually, you know what? This mode is great too. Guys, I'm going to be perfectly honest with you. When I first got these, I didn't know if they were going to be any better than Google Translate or, you know, using like a dictionary or something. But after actually testing these live with a person who doesn't speak great English and actually being able to communicate with her both in Russian and Ukrainian, I realized this is really cool, especially these other modes. If you were going to get it just for touch mode, it's not, you know, that much of a benefit versus using some translation app like Google, but with all these other modes, these are really good, and Google can't do those, especially with like the speaker mode, this face-to-face simulation mode, and they actually work well. I feel stupid now because I actually thought mine didn't work, but I had selected the wrong model number when I was setting up to Bluetooth. So make sure you are selecting the right one. I know it sounds silly, but I literally spent 2 days trying to figure that out. And as soon as customer service got back to me and said, you need to select the right one, I was like, that seems too easy, but it was. So it was completely my fault. But yeah, overall, Timekettle, it's legit. I know this is a sponsored video. They sent this to me, but it actually works. And it's cool. It's cool to use. It's cool to play with. It's a new technology, and I'm excited for you to try it yourself. So if you want to check it out, I'll have a link to them in the description below. And let me know how you like it. Let me know in the comments if you try it, because this is really actually different, especially those other modes.
2 years ago, we gave you the WT2 Plus, the best-selling real-time translation device on Amazon. Now we're back with the WT2 Edge. It's the world's first bi-directional translation earbud, offering you real-time simultaneous translations that make your communication natural, all without an interpreter. The Timekettle allows for two-way, real-time communication with anyone, from anywhere. No more awkward pauses while you wait for translations, and no more waiting your turn to speak. The Timekettle is ready to translate when you're ready to talk. The Edge offers directional voice recognition and smart noise-canceling technology, so it picks up your voice clearly while ignoring other sounds and voices around you. With over 40 languages and 93 dialects, the Edge will unlock the world around you. With 15 servers worldwide, the translation speed can be as rapid as half a second. Powered by 6 of the top translation engines, including our own language AI, to boost translation accuracy up to 95%. Have something to say in a meeting? Don't hold back. Touch mode is the ideal option for multi-person meetings. Just tap the earbud and you're in control. No internet? No problem. 7 of the widely spoken languages are stored offline and ready to go. Need translation on the run? Just turn on speaker mode and use your phone to translate for anyone, from taxi drivers to bartenders. So many of us work from home these days. Our group chat supports up to 30 people speaking in their own languages around the world.
Alright, bye.
The Edge even supports taking meeting notes. When the meeting's over, send your translated meeting minutes to everyone with the push of a button. Smaller than our last gen, and almost twice as light. Plus the secure fit design, which means they'll stay put, even when you're on the move.
La communication est connexion.
La comunicazione ci unisce.
Общение.
Подключно.
沟通即连接。
Спілкування об'єднує.
Communication is connection.
Стоя менеджмент.
셀프 창업할
ありがとうございます.
Break down the language barrier with the Timekettle WT2 Edge.